Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to the Thaumaturge. Now, I haven't played the game in quite a little while. It's been a few days. Decided to take the weekend off. Terrifying, I know. So you are, once again, only a singular day behind. And I need to try to remember what the heck we were doing. So I believe we've been cleaning up our side quests and stuff like that. And we've got one left, which is to find the inspiration for the tailor, who's feeling very sad that he can't make a pretty dress. Basically, he's behind the times. I just want to go check. Yeah, this thing over here. There we go. It's like an observatory. Greenhouse. Glog glog. I don't know what it is, but it got me a level. Although I believe we need 2 at the moment, probably. Yeah, okay, so they're all waiting. Lovely. We are 5. I always feel weird when I've not played the game in a little bit of time. It's not like I was burned out of the game. I really wanted a weekend off. Like, I haven't had a weekend off in so long. The idea of, like, not recording anything was just miraculous to me. So I really tried to make that happen. Empty tube. An empty tube of purple paint. The petals of the mallows tremble in the wind, just like her lips trembled during the first kiss that hot summer. Violet rippled with sunshine and a heart filled with sweetness. The memory of that moment awakens every time she colours the canvas with violet. I'm sorry. Kissing in the hot summer? I don't know about that. I think kissing should be... like, all physical contact should be banned during the summer. I think that's the only reasonable thing to do. Hello. Upon hearing the sounds of longing, your thoughts are unwittingly carried off somewhere to the distant lands of Brittany or the steppes of Zaporizhia. Then the musician turns to crank more violently, and the buzzing of the dog brings a dose of sobriety to the soul. You crank that dog. No. Brzykowski, you got a snipe. Bring me tobacco. I'm guessing this is one of the ones that, we haven't found the thing for. Yeah. The photo booth. Gotta keep an eye out. That dialogue is so nonsensical, like, basically every single time. Oh, hello. There we go. Taylor's Atelier. I'm hoping this means we can actually eventually get some clothes, because we still don't have any options. If I'd bought the special edition of the game, I would have got a little bit at least.
Mr. Shulsky, come in. What's new?
I've got some fresh ideas for you.
I see what it is you are getting at, but the collection still seems to have some missing pieces. Please, keep looking.
We need bold concepts, unusual combinations. I'm counting on you. Meanwhile, I shall attend to my work. Please, excuse me.
We've gained snobbish pattern, conceited extravagance. Okay.
I won't bother you.
All right.
Haughty colours. Tailor's mannequin. This is where the tailor's ideas come to fruition. There are individual threads of focus left on the mannequin being ripped apart by customers' visits. All the ideas aren't good enough are rejected, but nothing but more alterations. The tailor struggles. The tailor has a steady hand for sewing, but his head reverberates with a lack of ideas. He needs inspiration. As frustration and impatience won't breed any good ideas, the way things are going, he won't finish the job or find creative peace. So I think how this
Mr.
works
Shulsky.
is that it's like a continue. You can see it's not taking me anywhere. I'm gonna change my clothes and then we'll hop outside and double check. But I've got a theory. So, anyways, we have options. Not sure I like the options, but we have options. I can mix up the colours a little bit. Like that. Bit of greenery in there. So I suspect if I right trigger now, Yeah, so I think this is like a continuous quest, basically, and that as we stumble upon, like, fashion magazines and stuff like that around the world, we can then take them back to the tailor and get clothing. So I don't think it's a specific quest that we have to do right now, basically. Photographs shows a woman in lingerie tying her corset and squishing her teeny tiny organs. Oh, got a quest. Lady Dragonfly is attractive and not very modest. My kind of woman, really. Okay, so we can't do... I don't think we can do this anymore. We can't do that. So let's just start working through these urban secrets, I suppose. Let's go see this art exhibition. So I think for the most of these, it's just going to be clicking on doorways and little bits of text. It's not going to be like a big thing, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to count my gross chicken babies before they hatch. Hello. Sorry from the Daily Courier. A dark shadow has been cast on the Imperial Hotel, one of the most exquisite establishments of the kind and the pride of Warsaw. Nah. My mouth doesn't work today. On the night of September 8th, a loud party was held there. Young people would revel long into the night, as other hotel guests confirm. The merrymaking was cut short by a tragic event. Early in the morning, one of the attendees, Ludwik Kaczynski, fell off a balcony and was killed outright. The police was called immediately and declared it an unfortunate accident. The investigation was led by investigating Judge Alexander Voronin. The deceased was known to be friends with the judge's son, Piotr, who was also present at the tragic party. There were justified concerns the investigation might not have been impartial and that young Voronin might have enjoyed leniency on his father's part. Times like this, it's hard to argue with those who deplore the corruption of today's youth. I'm part of the corruption.
What a day.
I mean, I was good, right? I tried to bring about the truth, but my family is part of the corruption. Naturally, we're part of the aristocracy. Of course we're part of the corruption.
Let's wait until...
I don't know. Night, I guess? I don't know.
So, let's kill some time.
I think it's nighttime when they hold the thing. No, it's telling me to wait again. Alright, let me check. I better go see the show. Okay. Morning. No. Okay.
Angel.
Should we talk to him?
About it's in the underworld. Who would have thought? Right, right.
Well said, buddy.
Let's...
I mean, it's got to be, right? There we go. Of course it's the bloody third one. Oh, interesting that this is new. It's nice to move pawns. Oh, there must be different times, different things on at different times of day. Wow, it must be really hard to find everything. It's nice to move pawns around the board at your whim. I don't know the reason for the concern on Mr. Wojciech's face as he was watching me closely throughout the game. Onwards. What was that? Taking the garage. Yeah, I still don't have money. I do not feel great today. I feel fine, but my face feels sick. Just like from the shoulders up, I don't feel great. The rest of me is like, yeah, you're okay, don't worry about it. But my throat's a little bit like my throat's trying to strangle itself. It's just much more difficult than you would assume. I wish I didn't say like this notification that you've got 1 point. Like once I've opened it, like I can't do anything with 1 point. I can't spend the point. Leave me alone. Here we go. There's a chance that the sensors won't pick up on an allegory. Allegory. They're sophisticated. Sometimes the yoke breeds creativity, it seems. What is it? A flame? So this is what I mean. Like it's just. Hello. Neighborhood cop. Shiv's on the prowl. Not on my watch.
What is it?
There, it's Shulsky, our mighty good chum.
Victor! Good to see you!
These two shivs claim you know each other. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yes, I know these noble gentlemen.
Well then, I guess we'll take in 3 instead of 2.
Go on!
You know what? I knew as soon as I clicked on it, someone was going to try to kill me. Lelek. Well, what is it? It's reduced damage, right? Oh no, immune to states. That is quite annoying. Focus, attack with Upia, and then this one should be Bukovic. Okay, well, let's break yours. Well, I'm gonna. You're also immune. Annoying. Okay. I kind of wanna wait. Like, I said, it's just agony again. This poor guy in the middle is getting annihilated. They've all got quite low health and stuff like that. It seems to be not a particularly high level fight. Lelek, my dear, where are you? I think I'm just gonna beat them up, basically. Let's hope that would interrupt them. Inflict 1001 damage to your enemies. Nice. I am the factory of pain. See you later, buddy. I always get into this state where if someone's nearly dead, I kind of just want to punch them to death, you know, do a nice little quick finishing thing, but it takes ages, man. It genuinely takes ages. This is going to do tons of damage, so I'm going to do action reaction here. Every time I think, oh, I'll just chuck a couple of punches out, it takes a really long time. And I'm better just sticking with my philosophies, I think.
Thanks, magician. Good thing we kidnapped you back then.
You're not the schmuck you pretend to be.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
See you later, boys. And now we go to the viewpoint by Povishla. Yeah, so it's probably going to be a very chill. I mean, I think we'll get through all of them today and be able to get started on the main quest as well. I'd be surprised if not. Just because all of them just seem to be go click on a thing, see some text. You know, we've done all the side quests I've been able to find so far. But we shall see. It's gonna be a low-key day though, which is good considering I'm, you know, dying. We're all dying, aren't we? Today's a big day, actually. Now that I think about it, I'm a bit nervous. I'll explain in a second. This is pretty. Give me that experience. Oh, we leveled up. Nice. Right. I mean, I think we just keep leveling up this one first, right? Placement casts Bloody Debt. Receives damage in the last round of the stage's duration. That doesn't sound great. Whatever. Oh, no, that's okay, actually. Again, I don't really like this system because I don't see where I would put this. It basically does 16 extra damage, but it takes 2 turns to happen. I guess it's probably better than that. I find that system very, very limited. I don't think it's a big deal. It's not like, at the end of the day, it's not a combat game, you know? Anyways, so as people know, and as I've kind of revealed all about on this channel, kind of accidentally far too ahead of time, I think we talked about it during Coral Island, I'm working on a secret channel, inverted commas, and I've been avoiding talking about it because it just hasn't been happening. You know, things kept going wrong, basically, without giving the game away. It requires a thing to work, and the thing is very tough and dealing with high stuff, and the thing didn't work, basically. Right? So I tried the thing 3 times and it didn't work 3 times. So I had to give up on that idea and try an alternative, which meant a lot of work.
Are you deaf? Documents.
What kind of...
The kind that says you can strut around here. This is a fancy neighborhood.
Oh.
Give me your papers.
I won't show you anything just because.
So, lockup it is. Fine. Get him.
Mm-hmm. That's 4 of them. Okay, well, you don't have anything, which is handy. You are... I don't care about that. These 2 I do care. So we need to swap to Velas for the first 2. On the right, I'm going to throw out Agonies over here. And Old Wounds, and we'll use Velas to do some breaking over here. Interrupts. Heals. Let's go for the quick ones. Just break them as quickly as possible. God damn, Alice. Okay, and then we'll do the same. It's weird. The guy 3rd along, you tab to... Oh, he does have one. Oh, yeah, yes, I didn't care. That's why. Okay, Velas, same again, buddy. There we go. Lovely jubbly, everyone messed up. Now we can swap to Vukovac. I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but the fact that I've managed to have 3 attacks before they get 1 is pretty crazy. But everyone's in suffering now. Ow. Anyways. But, I've been working on something. God, I'm gonna need to get some focus back, aren't I? And, that thing should come to fruition today, basically. Well, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm hoping that's the case. Why is this? I don't like that this is the wrong way around. I don't know if I'm gonna die here, by the way. I'm curious. Because my focus is gonna drop to 0. Now, obviously, my health is okay right now. But, oh, yeah, I tried to... Whoops, it isn't. I'm expecting to take lots of damage. But for them to both die at the end of it. That's my focus. And there we go. Find clues about Andrzej. Warsaw Courier. I'll buy the latest model of the 4-person slightly used. Submit bids by the 8th of this month for Brawalski Hotel, number 20. Dr. Stefan Stemirovsky has returned from abroad. Diseases of the larynx, throat, nose, and ears. 5 Zota Street. Drawing lessons. The painter Konstantin will take students for lessons. The topic: landscapes of Warsaw. Ascot, address blurred.
Well, there we have it.
Oh, sorry, I should have read that. Lesson in drawing. Every day at 6 PM in his apartment on 84 Poznanska Street. Didn't we already just do this. Konstanty Andrzejczyk gives drawing lessons where you practice sketching landscapes of Warsaw under his tutelage. Currently, the topic of the class is the Nevsky Orthodox Church. Alright, let's go do a drawing lesson. I feel like I've clicked this one several times. I don't have the thing for it. But it's still showing on the map. It's very annoying. I think this is going to take me to a bench, isn't it? Yeah. And we are waiting for the afternoon. Oh, hello. Nothing can lift your mood like a good story, especially when mine appears to have been written by a mad and cruel demigod. Oh. Wait, no, that's nighttime again. The old men on the bench can prattle on for a long time, to say the least. Bit laggy today, aren't you, game? Right, yeah. So I'm not gonna say too much about it. Obviously, yes, I never do. But it required a change of tact and some thinking and some undoing of what I'd already done, which was actually one of the harder parts, honestly. And I know this isn't very helpful information, but it is what it is. And this weekend, I had someone take a look at it. And I don't know what the result of that is, but the result of that may be that it is now ready to go and that I can actually record it this week. I might be able to record it tonight, for all I know. I'm not going to know until about 2 hours from now. So I'm a little apprehensive as to what's happened. Well, we'll find out soon. The Nevsky Orthodox Church, a growth upon the town's tissue. Unfortunately, hard to look at objectively as a piece of architecture. Okay. Is it all here? I think I've probably not been super efficient with how I've done this. In that, oh no. That's okay. On we go then. But anyways, so I'm kind of just sitting, waiting to find out, you know? What's at the cemetery? It's a big deal. I'm kind of... Especially because I'm now planning to buy a bloody house. As there's a lot riding on this idea. It doesn't need to be huge. If it could make... Bear in mind, for a beginner, it took me years on YouTube to actually start making any money. But obviously this one has an advantage given... You know, this channel exists and Best in Slot exists. Moving pictures, I wonder if they ever completely replace traditional photographs. They will not. But they will be very popular. Got this little projector. Oh, excuse me. Let's go take a dance lesson. We're just becoming such a renaissance man. We're just doing everything possible, which I really like the idea of. You know, just taking a gajillion different classes and studying a gajillion different things, and you know, just trying every possible hobby and talent and everything that life has to offer, you know? No wonder virtuous citizens, find ragtime suspicious. Merriment undoubtedly leads to moral decay. I'm sure I'm not sure how I feel about that as a concept, but okay. And we're getting experience as well, which is great. Let's go find about the courtesan. But anyways, yes, so there's a lot riding on this channel. If it could make, you know, £500 a month, it wouldn't have to blow up massively. And it would make a big difference to my life at the moment with the house. It would basically pay for the mortgage. The mortgage is only going to be about £500-600 quid, so... yeah, but would be a big deal. So there's a lot riding on it, and that's why I'm a little apprehensive, you know. Postcard from Lutz. Greeting to my beloved Pavel, Auntie Helena. A card with a view of the textile mills in Lutz. The greeting on the postcards are covered by a layer of longing. The memory of the gift that came with the postcard gilds the letters. A piece of wool from the Eod Lutz mills reminds him of the warm-hearted aunt he had to leave there. And a brochure for Dr. Campbell's Safe Arsenic Soap. It's a funny thing about arsenic used to be. It's kind of like asbestos. You know, everyone's just filled their houses with asbestos, and then you know, a little bit down the line, oh wait, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe this was a terrible idea. Removes freckles and red spots, giving a soft matte whiteness to the I'm not surprised, it just burns your skin off and handles a strong tan. The secret of radiant skin, you'll find it in all major drugstores and perfumeries. Main store in Warsaw, in F. Zamenhof Pharmacy, 8 Iron Gate Square. Pay attention to brand and signature. What is going on with La Courtesan? Partly damaged brochure. Looks the Lady Dragonfly one. Come, you'll experience true sensual delight in an exotic ritual. Print out advertising the services of courtesan. Most of the text is blurred due to moisture. I bet it bloody is. Okay, let's learn more about Lady Dragonfly. Never been in here. Little patisserie.
It smells so nice in here. Is that vanilla?
Vanilla, raisins, butter, sugar, and some more butter. You're in heaven. Can I help you?
As per usual, the secret to good baking and good cooking in general is tons of butter. Like, if you go to a restaurant and let's say you have a steak or something and it's absolutely incredible, or just anything really that you have in a restaurant, assuming it's not like a health food place, and then you try to cook that same thing at home, obviously there's skill involved, but the key thing that most people miss is that the majority of like decent restaurant food is just it's 90% butter, basically. It's butter and butter and butter, and that's what really helps give it the richness.
Mrs. Jagoda, it's me, Victor.
I can't believe my eyes. Little Victor. Oh my, how you've grown and how handsome you've become. Where is that little cherub who would stand in front of the display, staring at pastries?
Mrs. Jagoda, as a grown man, I can confess that it was never the sweets. It was about you.
You devil! But to be honest, I have a daughter, so if you ever...
Excuse me, I'm waiting for my order here.
No reason to be angry, darling. Just wait a moment. My daughter is taking the fruitcake out of the oven now. It will be hot.
With raisins and orange peel? I'll wait then.
Are you sure you're not a thaumaturge?
Let that be my sweet secret.
I'll be your sweet.
That is all, thank you. Goodbye.
Don't you want to take anything sweet home with you? Well, as you wish.
I'll take you home with me.
Good day.
Have you worked up?
I was just passing by and thought I'd pop in.
You could also buy something sometime instead of just looking.
Apparently not. I wanted to buy something. I feel bad. It's a hell of a patisserie. It's huge, isn't it? Oh, hello. A story from the Daily Courier. A dark shadow has been... Oh, wait, what do you... Okay. I do like that I get experience just for finding the thing. And, like, you know, it's good to have multiple of them around because, A, it's a newspaper. And there would be multiple newspapers around for obvious reasons. And B, it means if you miss it, you're likely to find it again. Bigot's Diary. I like to think they've actually entitled it that. Like, the bigot is... Well, they're a bigot, but they've got a good level of self-realization. Self-awareness. Warsaw is sinking further and further into the depths of moral decay with every passing year. Streets that were once inhabited by modest and pious families are now turning into a hotbed of the worst individuals. For example, my neighbour, dear Mrs. S, told me about a woman who rents an apartment in a tenement house on 7 Ivanska Street. She's an opera artist who is visited by many rich men. She has an abundance of gowns and lavish furnishings in her apartment. Recently, one of her many patrons took on a foreign trip to Japan. Her ilk ought to be ashamed to show their faces in public.
What?
Handwritten page with one edge looks as if it fell out due to repeated violent turning. Content suggests an opera artist famous for love of foreign travel resides at 7 Uvanska Street. If in doubt, I just go V. That's where Lady Dragonfly is. A luxury courtesan is fond of travelling. She offers her clients an extraordinary experience during a ceremony that coddles the coddles. Is coddles really the word we want to use there? Coddles the senses? That can't be the right word. Always a slight danger when you're trying to be very evocative with your language. You're trying to sort of impress with your vocabulary a little bit. Maybe you make a slight mistake now and again, you know. And I would suspect that coddles is a mistake. I can't see any way that coddles makes sense.
That wasn't too hard.
Geometry Handbook, a worn book with tear marks on the cover. It's a good thing geometry exists. An ideal that bitter words can't destroy. Although his parents are clipping his wings, he believes he'll be a great mathematician one day and find his safe haven among perfect rhombuses, soothing circles, and friendly trapezoids. Who's this about? Longing for dreams, daydreaming, wishing for what is out of reach. A foulard? A foulard? Foulard? That's a new word on me. Very exciting times. Let's get excited. It's not that often it happens. Foulard. I spelled it with a G by accident. Goulard is a French politician who served as deputy governor of Banque de France to 2018. So you know. What's that? F. Oh, it's a scarf, apparently. Yeah, there you go. A scarf dyed with synthetic malvine, which I'm assuming mauve, so we're talking like a purple, will enliven the silhouette. Black wool pants will add class, and a diamond pattern vest will provide contrast. New era is coming. A man no longer needs to dress modestly. Oh, this must be for the tailor. I'm the tailor. Lost invitation. Dear friends and companions of voyages to distant lands, it's my pleasure to invite you to a party where the scent of incense will mingle with the aroma of turmeric and cardamom. Sumptuous bedding under silk canopies and the beauty of exotic dancers await you. You'll have the opportunity to taste forbidden delights during the evening. Come, as usual, to the gates of Sesame. To have them open before you, simply say the word Kubla Khan. Interesting. You just keep stumbling upon like new things all the time. Is this where I'm going? Yeah. True bliss wasn't what I expected. I must admit that Japanese tea is without equals. I thought so. That should be like a geisha, basically. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Calm down, buddy. Oh, we can level up. I don't really have any priorities here. We actually can't level up any further than this anyway. We've got to find our next salutors. So skill upgrade, increased damage by 75%. That's pretty good. Shows the enemy's action. Don't care about that. Reduce focus at the end of every turn. Sure. It's not really a big deal. What was it called? Reduce focus at the end. So that's going to reduce by 3 more. I might put that on instead of that one. So that reduces the focus by 5, essentially. So I can kind of throw that on someone and then leave it alone. Or we can cast it on them twice and it'll stack twice. What have we got down here? Ah. I don't know why I keep stumbling upon these things. I feel like I should have found them all by now, but I just keep finding new things constantly. Circus Sinicelli, 1 Ordinarka Street at the centre of 2 Okulnik. Entry ticket for the show September 4 p.m. Now we need to go to the circus. Or maybe not. I don't like the circus. Well, you know, a circus is chill. As long as it's a circus for animals, it's chill, you know, down for the circus. I don't think we should be anti-circus just because they used to be stupid. Things need to be able to grow and change. We're quite unforgiving as a society, I feel. Like, we want people to be good and perfect. And I don't know. I see the way people talk on Twitter and stuff like that lately. It's just. There's this person who acknowledged that when they were like 14, they were a bit transphobic or something like that. And I'm not justifying that. I don't think you should ever be transphobic, racist, sexist, anything right like that, right? I don't think that's ever justifiable, inverted commas. But kids are stupid, and sometimes, I think as long as you've grown out of it and can acknowledge that what you... Oh wait, I didn't want to do this. I forgot the mission was done. I think as long as you can acknowledge your mistakes and you've grown and you've changed as a person, then that's okay, and you should be able to move on and not be punished in eternity. Now, if you do something at 25, depending what you do, I don't know, it's like even prison, right? People go to prison, and one of the central tenets of prison, there's a few ideas as to why prison exists, right? One of them is punishment. It is meant to be a punishment, You've done this, and now you'll suffer as a result, which is fair enough. I need to keep clicking these in case it's the one I found, but it never is. One of them is... It's not called revenge, it might be retribution. I don't know. It's basically so that who you've wronged feels better. They see you being punished. They feel like justice has been justice, basically. They feel justice has been done. Well, they probably don't, but they feel some form of justice after what you've done to them, or done to their family, or whatever. Come evening, take the package to the apartment at 15 Erevanska Street, deliver it directly to the butler's hands and no one else's. Do not open on pain of punishment. Damn. Mysterious package to be delivered this evening to the apartment at 15 Erevanska Street. The grey paper smells of fear and vigilance. The cord around the package was tied by skilled hands, which carried a faint pulse of stress. What if this time the package falls into the wrong hands? But one of the purposes is obviously rehabilitation. And I feel like that gets forgotten all the time. Like, rehabilitation is a central tenet of the prison system. And people are just like, no. People just focus on the punishment and the justice. And people are meant to be given a chance to get their lives back and to be good people again and stuff like that. And yeah, it doesn't often go down like that and blah, blah, blah. But I wouldn't want to live in a society that doesn't forgive. Anyways, this is very off topic. The price of adulthood. Every day I feel like blowing my brains out. Another price of adulthood. I'll eat 5 scoops at once and no one can do anything about it. Aww, she dropped her ice cream. Aww, poor kid. Is there a pain on this planet worse than dropping an ice cream? I don't think so. Let's try and hear somewhere. Bigot's diary. Oh. Is this not about... No, this Bigot's just giving us information on everything, apparently. I now turn to a description of the rest of my family. My nephew, Count Olkowski, lost his father at a young age. This event weighed on the rest of his life and pushed him slowly towards the abyss of moral corruption. Ever since he grew from a sweet little boy whose angelic face could do no wrong into an impudent young man, the apartment at 15 Erevanska Street has turned into a tabernacle near which every Christian should turn their face away with contempt. Walls that were once the pride of our family now bear witness to hideous deeds, hosting the worst company a young man can surround himself with. Concerned neighbours have more than once brought me information that makes my hair stand on end. Rumoured my nephew has let himself be tempted by Western fads and partakes in opiates.
Well.
Handwritten card with a worn edge, must have fallen the same. Oriental-themed party at Count Olkowski's. A wealthy businessman, Count Olkowski, is holding a party evening with the theme of A Tale of 1001 Nights. I saw I'll talk about it in a minute. In his apartment at 15 Erevanska Street. The evening's attractions will include the opportunity to partake in opium. To get into the party, all you have to do is give the password Kubla Khan at the entrance. I saw a 1001 Nights at I was in Morocco over the summer. It makes it sound like I'm a traveller, but I was in Morocco for like a cheap little family holiday. But then we got to see the show. It was alright. No, it's not at night time, that surprises me. Well, it shouldn't, because they're all in the afternoon, aren't they? And I did not mean to click noon. What kind of party starts in the afternoon? I suppose it depends on your definition of when does afternoon become night. I feel like a party should start at 7. I feel like 7 is prime time, you know? Hello.
Please sit down and smile at me. We're dear friends after all.
Are we?
I don't quite follow. I believe we haven't met yet.
You really don't know who I am? You're so innocent. Take a look at me. Preferably my eyes.
I'm sorry, madam, but I've no idea where I could have seen you.
Truly exceptional.
Thanks.
Olena Dąb-Zakrzewska. Nice to meet you.
Wiktor Miłoszomb-Szulski.
Well, well. How do you find Rumianceva Suarez?
Olena, my beauty. Someone would like to meet you. Please, let's go.
I already have company. Go away.
This isn't the theater, honey. No need to make a scene. Move it.
I'll get into a fight, aren't I?
The lady said she didn't want to. Is it a problem?
2. An unreliable, wealthy bitch and a fool trying to be a hero.
Bore.
Get lost. Unless you want to solve it another way.
I'll make
I
it
think
clear.
I do. Okie dokie. Lelek and Buka? Buka. Alright, Lelek, do your thing, buddy. And I'll throw out a old wound. Can't imagine what that's like. I mean, I don't think they can see the salto or anything. I think it is meant to be more, you know, psychological damage and stuff like that. But to just suddenly hear this screeching in your ear, it's terrifying. I'm not. Why are you messing with the thaumaturge? I would not be messing with the thaumaturge, you know? That's all I'm saying. Dum da dum. Oof, that was a big one. Should be able to heal now. We're not gonna heal for much though, because only 2 of them. I mean, they're gonna die pretty soon. I'm just gonna just keep throwing the agonies out. Oh, we should probably, yeah, we'll do bloody and kill that guy out. I think he would have died anyway, but hey ho. Pretty sure he's about to die before Bukovac can do anything, right? Yep, there he goes. Bonk.
Thank you for standing up for me. Not everyone would dare to do that. I hope they didn't hurt you too much.
I'm more hurt by the fact that you've used me, I think.
As soon as I saw you, I knew you would be able to help me. Don't you feel flattered at all?
Oh.
Why did he pursue you like that? Does it happen often?
Fame doesn't just come with splendor and acclaim. It also comes with unwanted attention. Some people think I belong to them because the entire town can watch me.
Goodbye.
Or perhaps see you later, dear Mr. Schulz.
He's got no interest in engaging. Is that the pastry? Yeah. He's got no interest in engaging. She tells him this. She bears her soul slightly, and then
Girls, we need to start over.
he just
The
goes
whole bear's
goodbye.
lair. What's are you stomping around here for? You're making my people angry.
Why?
Can't you see the work is in full swing here?
Your pride is too high. I was funny enough, I was about to say after we clicked the other proud answer, I wonder at what point, like I'm expecting it more to be a story thing, you know, the further we get into the main story, the pride is going to be a thing. But that's the first time there's been a repercussion to my pride.
It doesn't look as if you're working very hard.
Check out this highbrow with his mitts untainted by a real job.
We better
And
shoot
when
him.
in fear, then it's workers and they world unite. Why don't you start a fucking revolution?
Get lost! We want to earn our daily bread.
This dude's huge.
If you can't afford bread, why don't you eat cake?
Just you wait. We could use some exercise after all that carrying.
Are you sure, boss?
Tis the final
Whoa.
conflict.
Did you see the guy on the left? I don't understand. Why are we fighting? It just seems so needless, honestly. Negative. Okay, we can stop throwing these out. Soupy, alright. He's not going to take much damage from this, but I just want to start racking them up anyway. Good job, buddy. Hoping to double up on that guy. Didn't work though. So I wasted. Oh no, it hit. Is it? Oh, maybe he just doesn't take the damage. Oh no, it's damage. Okay, no, I'm being stupid. Lilac, my dear. He's got suffering, so it will also interrupt their action. They don't have any interaction planned, however, so maybe not. Well, they do, but Lilith's attack wouldn't have gone in until after their planned action, so I don't know if it would have done anything. Okay, that's a lot of damage. What the heck? Okay. Let's all calm down here. I'm gonna go for this one to try and... Oh no, it always heals me. Okay, let's do that because that's going to disable and heal me, and this is going to heal me as well. So we're going to heal quite a bit here. That's going to give me 12, I think. Yeah. And this should give me at least 10 when the next one goes in. And he's going to die. Oh, there we go. So 50% chance to triple heal. The problem is, you can think of that. You can think of a 50% chance to triple. You can think of that kind of as Let me think about this. Half the time you heal for 300%. Well, if you've got 50% crit rate and it's 100, there's maths here, but I've completely forgotten how it works. I think that's 150%, right? Right, let me think about this. There's a way to like let's say right, let's think of this in terms of crit. Let's say you hit for 100 and you have a 10% chance to crit 100%, right? In that circumstance, you do 110. Basically, what that means is that 10% crit has on average given you 10% more damage. It only happens 10% of the time, but then you hit for double. So in total, if you just sort of averaged out your damage across all the time, you would do 10% more damage. So, with the heal, it's a 50% chance. So, you would do 150% more damage, but it's triple. I'm not sure. So, is it 200? I think it might be. Wait, let me think about this in terms of crit damage. If you have a 10% chance to crit for 300, it doubles it, right? Okay, yeah, so let's say you do 100, right, okay, we're going to math this out. If you hit for 100, right, let's just start with a basic. You punch someone for 100 damage. You then get a 10% crit chance to do double damage, right? That means that you do 110% damage. You do 110 damage on average, because sometimes you do 200, most of the time you do 100, averages out to 110. If you have a 10% crit chance to do triple damage, to do 300, then surely you do 120 damage on average. Right? Yeah, it must be. Okay, so by that same token, a 50% crit chance would be 150 damage. So a 50% crit chance to do triple damage. Wait, we can work that out, right? So if you hit for 100 or 300, then you hit for 200. Yeah, so a 50% crit chance at triple damage means you do 200 damage on average, right? Yeah, that's correct. So if we apply that to the heal, that means the heal is on average worth 20. It's listed for 10, and sometimes it triples. Now the problem is with a heal, sometimes you need a big heal. So, you know, like, you kind of want a heal to be reliable numbers rather than RNG based, but I just wanted to... I couldn't wrap my head around that for some reason, yes, but if you've got a heal for 10, which I think it is, and it's got a 50% chance of tripling, then you actually heal on average for 20. Yes? Yes, okay, good. That was very easy maths and I overcomplicated it. You, who transform my stormy nights into sunny days and in the depths of sleep extinguish the spells of waking. Over the course of the evening at Count Wolkowski, I comprehended the true meaning of these words. Just doing opium with a little monkey. sounds like a good time. It's funny, every time I keep hearing people say names of, you know, Victor just talks to that woman there, blah, 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 and she says her name, and I read her name, and it's just not at all how I would pronounce it. It's entirely different. And it makes me realise how, I mean, understandably, you know, I'm not Eastern European. I don't particularly say many Eastern European names, so this isn't really in my wheelhouse, but I am butchering so many of these names. I have to hear them in the game at least once first, otherwise I don't really stand a chance. They're all a lot softer than I tend to make them, I think. Anyways. I'm going to say I don't make anyone soft. Wow. Anyways. Anyways. There's another one done. To the family home. We are... I thought this was going to take longer. I think we're kind of flying through these last ones. We're getting there. And the line keeps ticking down. By the time I record the next video, because I'm not going to get another one done before I find out tonight, I've got to record on the Best of Slow channel still, I will know what's going on with my secret channel project. I will know tonight. I haven't had a text, which makes me a little suspicious that maybe nothing's happening, but we'll see. Hello, people. There's a line there. I'm sure I beat them up at some point. I don't know, man. Someone asked me the other day, what do you want to do with your life? Let's assume I can't do YouTube for all of eternity. I'm like, what do you want to do with your life? And I'm really battling at the moment with my... Like, a large part I want to do is I just want to travel and stuff like that, right? And a large part of me is battling... Oh, look. We're done. I think we might be able to go do this one as well now, because we got another thing. I'm really battling between wanting good living, a steady living, so I can, you know, live moderately comfortably, not worry too much about debt and stuff like that, and, you know, and then go travel and do that kind of thing. But I'm battling between that and... Let's have some cognac, it'll help. I feel the ratio of liquid joy to throat-pinching euphoria growing with each passing moment. Cognac... I've never really had cognac. Is it a fortified wine? Like a port? Oh. The fashion review. Oh, this brought me... Oh. This issue extensively covers a topic that combines fashion and technology, synthetic dyes that become increasingly popular. The colour supplement features vests with geometrical and elaborate patterns. Finally, experts review the most fashionable trouser. Okay. But also then trying to do something that I'm truly passionate about. You know, if there's something else out there, like I might just end up, look, maybe things will work out and I'll do YouTube forever, and I'm passionate about that, and hopefully I'd, you know, then be put in a position where I can go and do other things with my spare time. Oh, whoops. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. But if that's not the case, we need to kind of prepare. You know, you need a contingency plan in place. And I'm trying to decide if there's something else I'm passionate about, if that's the way I'd rather go. But the problem is, the things I'm passionate about, as tends to be the case, aren't really the things that give you a good, stable living.
Mr. Shulsky, come in. What's new?
Got some inspiration.
I've got some fresh ideas for you.
Promising. But you can't keep wearing the same attire. Please, come back to me if you find more inspiration. Meanwhile...
Okay. Let's have a little poke. Crimson Audacity. It's not in crimson. What? The vest with an ash-coloured diamond pattern, perfectly complemented by intensely crimson accessories, but except the accessories are purple. What are you talking about? Nothing is crimson on the crimson set. It's nice, I like it. The black with the purple, very stylish. I wonder why that one showed me it, like why it took me to it. Weird. Anyways, that is all of the side nonsense done. I think we'll probably end it before we go to the hotel. Let's go to the hotel, but we'll probably end it outside, because I don't want to start a main quest with just a couple of minutes remaining. But it's so much nicer having that quest log nice and cleared out like that, you know? But yeah, like if you could do any job in the world, let's say money wasn't a problem, you were going to be comfortable at the very... I'm not saying you're going to be loaded, but let's say you were going to be comfortable, you know, you're not going to be worrying too much. And you could do any job in the world, what would it be? I just want to check this. No, okay. Like for me, that's like nature photographer or movie director. Like if I could direct horror films, for example, I think that would bring me great joy. Yeah, stuff like that. But stuff that's very hard, like anything creative is obviously very hard to get into and hard to make a sustainable living out. It doesn't mean you shouldn't try, but it's just something you have to be aware of. And my hope has always been, and it was at some point viable, even if it doesn't feel it these days, that YouTube would do really well. And I could kind of like have YouTube plodding along and go do other things, you know, and focus on my passions outside of that, because YouTube would sustain me. And for a time that looked possible, and it doesn't at the moment. But we shall see how tonight goes. It's a big day. I'm nervous. Right. It's not that big a day, but it sort of is. Anyways, we'll end it there. Thank you for joining me for these little side adventures. Next video, we will, go and get the main quest started finally. Thanks for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.